In this bag, I have a golf club that is that forgiving, so many golfers would be ashamed and embarrassed to have it in the bag. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you a golf club that could change your game forever. But first of all, I'm going to get teed off here on a beautiful day at Woolwich Park Golf Club. Right, so it's not this iron that the video is about, but I must say, I see it so often, guys, where a golf club is that forgiving, it may look a little bit uncouth in the bag. That's quite a posh word for me as well. But don't buy a golf club just because it looks good in the bag. You should buy a golf club if it makes your scorecard look better. And obviously there's no pictures on a scorecard. We are talking numbers. Right. And that should put us in prime position for me to explain exactly what I'm talking about. And you will see, guys, we have quite a busy bag today. We have loads of golf clubs in here to test for you guys, so make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more golf club reviews. And a lot of people often think, you know what, I need a forgiving driver, I need forgiving irons, I need a forgiving hybrid, and even a forgiving putter, because I need to make sure that my scores reflect what I'm trying to do. But not many people think of this club. Let me explain. And I must admit as well, this is one of the clubs that has been most requested on my channel to review, and I've sort of not ignored it, but I've ignored it up till now just because it's not a sexy name. It's not a club that are going to fly off the shelves. It is placing, so I'm going to quickly clean that golf ball and try and make a good... Oh, look at the state of that. Oh, dear. But this is a club that could dramatically reduce your scores if you were brave enough to put it in the bag. We've got around 100 yards in here and it's a wet, horrible day. This club should help massively. Oh, look at that. I love it when a plan comes together. Be good. Oh, delightful. Guys, the club I'm talking about is the Cleveland RTX wedge with a huge wide sole and full face scoring lines, which look absolutely delightful. I'm going to explain more about this club throughout the video. I'm going to test it in situations that could get a little bit sticky. So Laura's just asked, guys, who says I love it when a plan comes together? Get in the comments below, because I didn't know. I'll reveal all at the end of this. No, don't ruin it. So it's actually the CBX wedge, not the RTX wedge. The RTX is the alternative Cleveland wedge. I know people are probably already in the comments calling me a moron, but I love the idea of this club. Look at that full cavity. That is why it's called CBX. CBX? CBX, I got it right. Cavity back extreme. That's definitely not what it stands for, but that shot there that I played, it was so easy to get a strike even on a wet, damp fairway at the start of December. Oh, look at that. I love it when a plan comes together. Be good. Where else is this club going to potentially shave you shots off your game? Right here. So quite happy with that shot there, and this is something which, if I was playing maybe a normal wedge there, maybe a Vokey, I would have to get the strike just that little bit better to give myself the birdie opportunity. We're going to talk more and more about this wedge and wedges like this in general, such as the TaylorMade high toe wedge, the, what was it called? The Bigfoot wedge, that was the one, wasn't it? Right, can we make birdie before we go into just how forgiving this club is? This could honestly save so many shots. Save, shave, I wasn't sure if I said save or shave there. This could save and shave shots off your game and potentially reduce your handicap, which I know a lot of people are wanting to do, not with putting like that, but let's talk about the wedge. So, there are numerous places where this club can help, obviously mainly around the greens, but you saw there from back in the fairway. So the key here is that it's got not only that 10-degree bounce, but you can see the sort of curved camber there. That's designed to help with surf interaction. Say if you catch them shots a little bit duffy, like this time of year most of us do, that's certainly going to help. I don't think it's just a winter wedge. If you do play golf in Florida, in Spain, where the grass is a little bit softer, the soil's a little bit damper, this would be a staple in my bag. Also, this time of year, bunkers can become rather difficult, more difficult than normal, but if you have a wedge like this that is just that bit more forgiving, so I can still open the face up, we've got the full face scoring line, so if I catch it a little bit out the toe, we should still get a little bit of spin. So I'm heavily short-sided here. Now, the actual shot here is probably to play it a little bit long, but I'm going to try and get it close anyway, try and get a little bit cute with it, like that. And that for me is a great shot from there, just running past the flag a little bit and I'm using that bounce. Let's try and get it a bit higher. There. Oh! Using that bounce just to get the ball a little bit closer. Now, the real thing here is you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't miss it in this bunker where that flag is. But a wedge like this certainly helps just to try and get it that little bit closer. That's 3 pretty average shots from a very difficult situation. But we've got 3 goes. 3, I can't even count there. 3 goes at par, which is better than maybe if you were using a normal, unforgiving wedge. Another thing that I absolutely love about this club isn't just the full face scoring lines. We've seen that before on lots of different clubs. We've seen it on Callaway, we've seen it on Ping, we've obviously seen it on Cleveland, but I've just hit 3 bunker shots there out of wet sand. Can you see a mark on that face, Laura?
No.
No, it's quite good. So it's durable, which is good, and often when you do see this kind of grey oil can black gunmetal finish, they do mark up quite quickly. So now we've got quite a difficult shot here because it's on a tight but wet lie. And Laura, this is a prime example of where this is going to help us. So I've just had a practice stroke there. There's not exactly a divot, but I've just bruised the ground. Bruised the ground? We're going to leave this in, but I've bruised the ground a little bit there, and that's helping me get the strike that I want through the shot. If I had less bounce on there, that is going to dig in and I'm going to really struggle. We actually did a video on Get Good at Golf last week about bounce, so I'll link that in the description below. But this is the perfect option just to try and play that nice high. Go on then. That was absolutely delightful. I'm going to ask you to come in again, Laura, because that is an actual strike from a ball, and this time of year that is absolutely perfect as to what we want. So many people would be embarrassed to have this in the bag. It looks a little bit big, it looks a little bit ugly, it looks a little bit like who, me? Bah!
The wig's on, so make sure your furniture is bolted down to the ground because there's about to be a storm.
Who, me? But just like Al, it does a job. It does a job very, very well, and it could be saving you shots in your bag. Oh, see, that was a slightly heavy one, but it's still flag high. It's still up there to the left. It's not dug in. That's where the wedge has helped me more, because that bounce has glided through the turf there. Right, last one. Can we hole it? Oh, that felt absolutely delightful as well. One thing they've done exceptionally well with this club is make it feel good. Often forgiving clubs don't feel good, don't look great. I still think it looks quite nice. Like, the black finish does a lot because it hides a lot of the lumps and bumps, which is why I wear this gilet a lot. Let's play one more location. Let's see if it can help you save shots around the greens and ultimately lower that handicap, which is why we're all here. Now, a lot of people think a huge issue with a wedge like this is lack of versatility. I've got that much mud and bounce on the bottom here. I can't open the face up. The leading edge will sit too high up and I won't be able to, say, flop it over a bunker to a short-sided flag. You saw earlier just how difficult that bunker shot was, but if I open this face up and lower the shaft, Laura, let's come in and show them where this leading edge is, because yes, it's down a little bit low, but there's plenty of room to get that out, and that's why we have the full face scoring lines, because we can get it out the toe, still get a little bit of that spin. So let's see if we can play a couple. I mean, that was so easy to get up and down, and that spun really, really, really well. So we are now in the deep rough. I'm just going to throw these in, and this is a great way to practice as well when you are trying to work on short game, because you can never normally place your ball in the rough, ever. But this is where the bounce is really going to help me get through. I need to keep the speed, and because there's that much loft on this, this is 56 degree, there's plenty of loft here. It pains me to say you don't always need a lob wedge. I can play this middle of the stance, get the handle forward, and just try and hit down on it just a bit, and you'll see how that's come out really nicely. Probably one of the better shots we will play today. Now, totally different turf interaction there. Laura's going to come in and show us again how that's an actual proper divot. But you see how it's a nice shallow divot there. So that's exactly what this club's helped us with. Now, if I move back, I'm just going to knock this into the rough again. That one's sat higher, so I can be a bit more attacking with it. But funny thing is, I bet I don't hit it as close as the one that was nestled down in the rough, because the wedge has helped me so much with it. I'll move those twigs, try and play a similar shot, just hit down on it slightly, use that loft, and that's where the grooves have helped me, guys. I'm going to replay that shot for you. Look how much that spun, and that's where the grooves have helped me, guys. This is a forgiving wedge, but it does everything that your normal wedge would do. And then we've got this final one. Can we get these all within gimme range? Sit. I am absolutely over the moon with those shots, and I think, guys, if you tried this club, you would be over the moon to try this club, guys. Put something like this in the bag, see if you can get your handicap down through the winter if you have qualifying competitions through the winter, and tag me and let me know just how much using a forgiving club like this has helped your game. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you all at exactly the same time tomorrow. Don't be late. Bye.